Hello everyone and welcome to another Thomas video. So today we're taking a look at mono black Voidwalker deck in Thomas format. So with the Omenpaths, we got several cards for the mono black, and we're also going to be adding some new techs to fight up against the meta. So first of all, the two cards that we got are the Doddy Voidwalker and Opposition Agent. The Voidwalker here is basically unblockable because it has the Oracle text Shadow, which says this creature can block or be blocked by only creatures with Shadow. So this is a very nice card that can get over creatures and kill opponents' planeswalkers. But that's not really the only reason that we're going to be playing this one. And here's a really nice text that you might want to consider this card in your deck, and that is this text. If a card would be put into an opponent's graveyard from anywhere, instead exile it with the Void counter on it. So basically a Leyline of the Void, but you can also sacrifice this card and choose an exiled card opponent owns with the Void counter on it, and you may play it this turn without paying its mana cost. So this is really cool because, as you know, there's a lot of strip mines in the format. So just by having this card in your deck, your land is semi-protected because they can't loop the strip mines to destroy all your lands. Not only that, if you can somehow get this out on turn 1, you're also kind of protected against reanimate shenanigans as well, which is another plus as well. And not to mention, if you're playing best of 1, if you see a lot of Oops All Spells decks, playing this card on turn 1 with a Dark Ritual would potentially just be game over. But of course, this is not without the downsides. This card actually has a very terrible downside, which is the fact that this is double black. We are already pushing the boundaries of being able to cast this Voidwalker because we're playing an 18 land deck with 2 copies of Trolls and 4 copies of Deathray Shamans, but we're also playing Strip Mines, 4 copies of Strip Mines, which doesn't allow you to cast a Voidwalker in the deck. Thankfully, our deck is playing Dark Ritual, so you can Dark Ritual, play the Voidwalker, and then play Thoughtseize. So that would be a very powerful turn 1. Because let's say if you steal something like an Emrakul from a Sneak and Show, you can play out the Emrakul next turn and just kind of win the game. Besides that, the other new card that we're going to be playing in the main deck is the Opposition Agent. This is very similar to Ashiok, where it disallows your opponent from fetching willy-nilly because this card has Flash, and when opponent tries to search their deck, if this card is ever on the battlefield, you can basically take over their searching, and you can search for a card that you want and exile it so that you can play it for as long as they remain exiled. This is a very strong card if opponent has a lot of searching abilities, and because we're playing Timeless, a lot of the decks are going to have some fetch lands, so this is a card that can really hurt your opponent if they're not expecting Dark Ritual into Opposition Agent. Outside of that, because Sneak and Show seems pretty popular at the moment, we're also adding 2 copies of Sheldur's Edict, which can also bypass Emrakul's protection, so you can just get rid of it when it comes down. Or in the sideboard, we have a transformational sideboard because splashing green isn't as bad since we're already playing Overgrown Tomb anyways for the Deathray Shaman, and since we're also a reanimate deck, so we're playing the Surveil land anyways. So it just kind of came naturally that we could just splash green for things like Abrupt Decays. But more importantly, against the combo deck, we're gonna want 4 copies of Weary Zone Guard so that we can Strip Mine Loop, get rid of their lands, while also putting pressure on their hand with our Griefs and Thoughtseizes. So that's what we're going to be trying today. So hence that, I'm going to be hopping over to some Thomas Vessel 3 to show you guys what the deck does. So let's hop on over. Alright, just before queuing this deck, I actually queued the wrong deck, so I just surrendered. So if you ran into me, yeah, that's what happened. The mulligan. His hand's not that great, but it's whatever. Blood Crypt Shaman. Okay, we'll run out the Baragoyf. It sucks that it's actually a 2-3 right now because now it just dies to Lightning Bolt. But what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Another shaman into a strip mine. Sure. I'll attack. Oh man. My luck has run out. Maybe a 4 mana coming out. Seems like it. Lightning Bolt and a Jarsoul Lightning Bolt. Alright, so we're playing against a Jund. So we need a reanimate. Reanimate. We drew a lot of lands for 18 land deck. Right, so we know opponent's identity. Sure. Let us bring in some abrupt decays. And I think that's it. We have Dottie for the strip mine. We have 6 removal spells and opposition agent. Just gotta draw them. I think I'm just gonna cut Demonic Tutor. I often feel like the Demonic Tutor is very anti-tempo. It's only good for tutoring Reanimate with the Dark Ritual. Alright. This time around, we have a Deathray Shaman. Turn 1 Strip Mine. Go with the Dowdy Voidwalker. How do you pronounce it? Dowdy or Dotty? Oppo Agent. Oppo Agent. Alright. Acceptable. So we want to flash here, right? What? I didn't even play the card, and then you're like, okay, I already know what you're playing. That's kind of funny. What do you think about bringing Flute instead of an Orcish Bowmaster? Try that. So we have a Grief. We have some Fatal Pushes. We have some lands. Inquisition. All right. More Inquisition. I hope we get... Oh, that's pretty good. It's kind of wasteful though. So we can steal a Baragoyf. So does it have a void counter on it? It does. I get to play it without paying its mana cost. I should just do it. Oppo agent. Well, let's see. Did they top deck something? Ooh, very nice top deck. Very nice top deck. So, let's say I attack. What do we get out of this? Maybe another Baragoyf? Oh, they're gonna block. Okay. Alright, so what does it say? While an opponent is searching, they exile each card they find. You may play those cards for as long as they're exiled. Let's grab Underground Mortuary. Seems pretty cool. They topped it again. My opponent keeps topping. Well, half our deck is kind of useless right now because we played things like Reanimates as well. So that's what they got. This is looking very, very grim. Yeah, this is looking very, very grim. Our top decks are pretty bad. Like, we're not playing a deck that's, like, trying to grind opponent out, right? So, the only card that's potentially, like, has grind potential is like, really just Baragoyf. I think, I should have mulliganed, maybe. Maybe I should have mulliganed this game to really look for scam. Yeah, this doesn't look good, I'll say. They don't have any 2-mana cards. Boom, boom, boom. We need to draw our own Deathray Shaman? Or... That's a good one. I'll take it. Hey, there it is. Wow. Okay. I was about to say, like, wow. Oh, come on. Close game. Unlicensed hearse. Okay. That is definitely concerning. Let's see. There's enough creatures and a land for this Baragoyf to always be something. Wow. Short. This is a very close game. Another Deathray Shaman. No. Ooh, that's a good one. That is a good one. My Paragoyf is gonna have like 0 power. Get rid of my lands. Alright. If we can see some creatures here, we might be able to win. Very nice. What even is this game? Right? Like, what even is this game? Let me be honest with you, I think we kind of ignore the Ren and 6. Like, I don't think we care about that card at all. Wow. And we just keep attacking opponent. How the turntables? How did this happen? Wow. I'm actually kind of speechless. I'm very surprised a deck like this was able to beat a Value Town Chund deck. Man, is this a mulligan? I'm gonna keep it, but not entirely sure if this is something that I should have kept. You know, funny thing is we actually haven't seen a single dark ritual in this entire session, which is kind of crazy. Oh, very nice. So I'll play the Voidwalker. And then I will grief. See what happens. Maybe the Voidwalker dies. Who knows? It did not die. That's a good news. They topped it though. Opponent tops it. Must be a removal spell. They have a counter spell and a spell pierce. I think at this point I might take out that spell pierce. Because if they want to play their Tamio, they can't leave up a spell pierce, right? Also, is this instant speed?
I've read nearly the entire library.
If a card would be put into opponent's graveyard from anywhere, exile it to sacrifice this. It doesn't say it has to be a sorcery spell. I mean sorcery speed. So right now, I want to see a land. I did not see a land.
Do you mind?
I'm gonna Bowmaster. Because I saw like Ponder, things like that on opponent's hand.
Think before you act.
Expressive iteration. Okay. Brainstorm. Okay, let's reanimate. Dreadhorde Arcanist. I think because I have a lot of Fatal Push, Dreadhorde Arcanist sticking is probably not bad. Let's take a Snapcaster Mage away.
You're so disruptive.
And now we should be able to kill the Tamio here. Perfect. Boom. Explode! Yeah, I somehow could feel opponent exploding there. Right, we're gonna want Abrupt Decay. Now we're suddenly not a mono black. So the Voidwalker seems extremely good against that deck. Opposition Agent, it's kind of like meh. It's like okay, but not that great. Let's add a Wary Zongar instead. Or I could just not even play Wary Zongar and just play like this because this currently looks really good. Yeah, by the way, the Wary Zongar is for like show and tell matchups because they have things like Veil of Summer, like you want to be able to tax your opponent's land, plus being able to discard a bunch of cards. It's just an experiment. I'm not really sure if it actually works. All right. Decent looking hand. Tamio, Tamio, Tamio.
If you need me, I'll be in the library.
Let's see what they have. Let's get rid of ponder. Sounds pretty good. Like, especially if opponent misses out on a land here. Oh, wow. That's crazy. How did they do that? How did my opponent do that?
This is not just a battle of arms, but of ideas.
Oh, they're still stuck on land.
Violence is not the answer.
So I can go Grief again. Or play the Barragoyf. Surely, Barragoyf's a lot better, right? So they are also, you know, Brainstorm lock. So
I am not defenseless.
we know that, 100%. Otherwise, they would have played a land there.
I've read nearly the entire library.
So I'm gonna be reanimating here, right? And there's no land right now. Lightning Bolt. So you want to get... Oh, they even have a Brazen Bee. Huh. Lightning Bolt and a Brazen Bee. Brazen Bee is actually kind of annoying. We know that the next card they're going to draw is not a land. Let's get rid of a Lightning Bolt. And let's get rid of Brazen Borrower. Yeah, so they're not going to be drawing a land here, which means we get to just attack the Tameo here. Dark Ritual. Let's see what happens.
Clearly, you're not here to learn.
Never mind. I only have 5 mana. Okay, opponent draw land.
I am not defenseless.
Arcanist. Okay, let's get rid of a Lightning Bolt. We found a land. Perfect. And this Tameo is kind of annoying, isn't it?
Shh! Quiet in the library.
Alright, are you gonna attack? Okay, so they're gonna be able to Fire Magic or Shaman plus a Grief away. Not gonna attack. Interesting. Let us do that. So we want to be able to see a Bowmaster here. Shaman again. Okay. I'm pretty sure we won. At least that's what I think. As an Izzet, there's just no way to deal 5 damage to the Baraglyph and Troll together. Unless like they have an Unholy Heat. Sorcery, instant speed creature. So they would need a land. So it's probably better to get rid of a Ponder. Since this is a sorcery card. It's probably harder for them to get a sorcery down. It seems like they play like Expressive Iteration. Oh, a Flame of Anor. That's a good card.
No, no.
Right, so they're
I'm
dead.
late for class.
Actually, are they? 4, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, they're dead. All right, GG. Okay, we got a turn 2 Oppo. Oppo agent. Eldrazi. Oh, no. All right. I think I need to strip mine. So opponent doesn't play a turn 2 4-mana card. Reanimate. Reanimate. Okay, alright. Eldrazi, Eldrazi. Oh, that's pretty good. Chalice. The Chalice came down. So probably Oppo agent is very bad in this matchup. I'm gonna assume. A strip mine. Okay, we need a Baraglyph, Grief, something like that along the lines. Right? Something along the lines of that. Oppo agent. Maybe I should have actually attacked with the Death Ray Shaman there. No! So you want to be able to cast this so it goes to graveyard for the Deathray Shaman. Okay. Abrupt Decay. Calling Ritual? And we want Wary Zone Guard in this matchup. Oppo Agent seems really bad. They don't even play a single fetch land, right? I think I'm not going to play Calling Ritual. Orcish Bowmaster is decent because they play one ring. The Voidwalker is very powerful. If they play like a 7-drop, things like that, I guess I can get rid of a Sheoldred's Edict. Maybe one less Bowmaster. And I think I'm gonna get rid of a Demonic Tutor. Alright, we got a Wary Zone Guard plus a Strip Mine, but like if I can get to 3 mana with the Wary Zone Guard and the Strip Mine, but our hand kind of sucks, you know? I can Grief on turn 1. Hopefully the going second, since we're on the draw plus Surveil land, maybe the hand will fix itself. Okay, that's good. That's bad. I need a land, right? The fact that they have a strip mine there is not good. This is really bad if they strip mine. No. Very nice. Very nice. A 4 mana coming out. They have so much mana. Oh, we're dead. We are 100% dead here. We can't kill this. We can't kill it. Two, 4, 5, 6, 7. They have 7 mana. Okay. All right. I think that's I think we lost. I was kind of banking on this Wary Zone Guard, but yeah, I mean, it was, like I said, it was a very bad hand. So I was kind of hoping the hand kind of fixes itself. Oof, oof, oof. Well, Troll, I was gonna say, you know, you're my only hope, but not only did we have to mulligan to 5, we see a ley line. How unlucky. They're gonna strip mine too. We are in for a ride. And we're only drawing reanimates right now. How unfortunate. I think this Troll of Khazad-dûm needs to be probably I probably have to cycle this. Chalice of the Void. Double Kazakh's command. It doesn't seem like I can beat their hand. Well, I guess we have to do that. Ouch.
We cannot let Phyrexia win.
Man, what a bummer. What a bummer. Leyline of the Void. It's just all kinds of bad. It's just all kinds of bad. So, I mean, they can strip mine loop. Not much I can do.
Our loss is Phyrexia's victory.
We just mulligan too much.
I will fight. I started this war.
So we haven't seen a single scam from us yet. Which is... okay, well, there it is. Okay, so it's this kind of deck. Why are they playing Consider? Why are they playing Consider? All Thoughtseize now. Take out the Brainstorm. So even if they get Show and Tell, they can't play it here. So I'm just gonna play this out since if I draw a land, I can play the Barragoyf here. Okay, we found a land. I'm going to chance it. Hopefully they don't draw a blue card or a Show and Tell. It's a land. Into a Surveil. Hopefully we get a creature. Very nice. It was a Spell Pierce. Okay. Let's have a Wary Zone Guard. Orcish Bowmaster is good. A Voidwalker, definitely good. We want the Edict. Fatal Push out. Oh, wait. Perfect. The sideboarding is actually easy. No, never mind. I need Disruptor Flutes. How do we fit that? Maybe the Oppo agent can go out. And Barragoyf out. Okay. This is a nice start. Turn 1 Ancient Tomb into something. It looks like we have to run out a Strip Mine first. Vexing Bauble. With an Omniscience. Interesting. You can have a Vexing Bauble. I guess I'll take away... They also have another Ancient Tomb here. Let's take away an Omniscience and we'll also reanimate. Get rid of that Ponder. Vexing Bauble. Now this is gonna be like a 2-turn process. They still have a lot of mana. They bottom the sneak attack. Kind of crazy. So 2, 3, 4. They play a land that's 5 mana. I think I'll just Strip Mine again. They could also be like kind of stuck on lands, I don't know. Because like they could have like something like, you know, a Spell Pierce as well. Edict. Okay. I don't know why I waited for them to draw. That was a misclick. We got show and tell lock. And then even if a sneak attack comes down, we can Sheldra's Edict. I guess we can play this and leave up a Sheldra's Edict next turn. Yeah, just in case. Sneak attack. Okay. I'm a little bit worried if this is like, you know, like Aatroxa coming down, but if it's an Emrakul, we can kinda take it. I don't know. I hope it's an Emrakul coming down. Oh, that's really bad. That is really, really bad. If it was an Emrakul, we could have done it. Because we just Sheldra's Edict and we just be done with it, but... Ah, they got another Aatroxa. No. So they're gonna be gaining 7 life. Okay, we lost. Unfortunate. We were almost there. Yep. Yeah, I'm not really sure why they're playing Vexing Bubble. So I can go Dark Ritual into Deathray Shaman, Disruptor Flute. But if I do that, next turn I can't play Wary Zone Guard with the Strip Mine. So I think I just played Deathray Shaman and pass. Ghost Vacuum. Ooh. That's a good one. That actually kind of stops... Wow. That's kind of bad. So I kind of have to do this. Wah, wah, wah. Ghost Vacuum. I feel like I need to do this. I just grabbed the wrong land. Whoops. Oh man. Oh man. Maybe it didn't matter. Maybe they have a show and tell. Okay, that's not too bad what happened there then. Okay. Okay, wow. Saved. need to put my finger off my mouse. I just double click all the time and make mistakes like an idiot. Maybe? I'm not a huge fan of this hand, but I don't know. Maybe it can work with the right draws. Like, for example, a Grief would be really nice here. Flame of Banor. Edict. I could save the Thoughtseize for the Voidwalker, but I currently have a top land. Well, that would have been disaster. Wow. That would have been an absolute disaster. Also, double strip mines coming out, right? So the problem is, let's say I reanimate this. I use a lightning bolt. If this is a land, it'd be really bad, but I hope it's not. Okay, alright, brainstorm. Into a lightning bolt. Wait. Because opponent used this, they have to fetch a steam vent. But they had a forest. Oh my god. No. They're gonna be able to escape it next turn. Oh, that's so unlucky. Actually, no. I guess we just need a land right now. Let's just grab the Verdant Catacomb. Okay, well, now it will. Actually, am I supposed to... Green, green, blue. Okay. What do you get, though? You went for the strip mine? Okay. Well, this isn't good. They are gonna be able to cast their Uro here. They have exactly green, green, blue, blue, if they wanted to. Oh, they just have an island there anyways. So how do we win? How do we win here? Yeah, well, at least that was a really good draw. That's nice. Cameo. What?
Deeper meaning to this question?
Why are you playing card?
Piece by piece, I must redouble my efforts.
I will say, so far, the opposition agent has been very bad. I don't see how we're gonna win. I would need to, like, literally draw a Thoughtseize here. And we didn't. I think I'm just going to surrender and just give it a go again because I think we'll have a better time. Yeah, the opposition agent has been very underwhelming, to say the least. Very, very underwhelming. Man. Okay. They went 3 mana immediately. I think I need to play Voidwalker. Kind of an insane hand. Kind of an insane hand. Our reanimates are just so dead. Boom, 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 boom. Um, guess I'll just get the Voidwalker out again. Seems like it's doing pretty well. Oof, that's rough.
Shear the wool from your eyes and spin you clarity. Let's broaden your existence.
Oh boy.
So hostile to the truth.
No.
Agents walk, I will guide
Zero griefs.
his fate.
Man, we're actually gonna lose the same way. We really need a grief here. Thoughtseize, Bowmaster, one of the three. Interesting. Why would you grab that?
Your new look is enchanting.
Okay. Hey, we got a grief, but doesn't really do anything. So we have to kill both of these, right? This turn? But then I have to face a Ran ultimate. Which is... Can we beat a Ran ultimate? That's the thing. Because if I leave the Karn, they're going to one ring. Maybe I just give the Oko another turn? Tough. I think I have to hit the Ran.
Failure haunts me still.
Like, elite at the very least. We're just facing down, like, a Chrome Mox from an Oko. And then we can reanimate back the creature that we lost. I mean, I guess Voidwalker's been doing a lot of work here. So I guess that's not too bad.
Oh,
Wow. You're gonna lose your Oko? Okay, looks like things are working out for the better.
wallow in your deceit.
Nice. Hmm. They are Giga Planeswalker heavy. We do have double Abrupt Decay for that. They also play Veil of Summer, which is kind of annoying. Instead of a Fatal Push, I could play Veil of Sheldred's Edict. Let's give that a go. I don't like this hand too much, but I've been mulliganing so much. I don't know. Like, it's a bit much. Wow. What am I supposed to take here? If I take Chrome Mox, they're just going to Expressive Iteration. They're gonna draw. No land. Okay. I feel like I need to Thoughtseize here, even though I have a Voidwalker. Oh boy, Ming Skimbu. Okay, what happens if I get rid of a Deathray Shaman? I think I'm going to get rid of a Deathray Shaman and then play a Barragoyf.
Oh,
That's a wizard they got.
focus on only one project.
So if they draw land, we might get absolutely rolled if I play a Barragoyf, but... Ooh... I could also strip mine here into a Deathray Shaman. And then reanimate opponent's Deathray Shaman? Is this a good idea if I... I feel like I should, because they play Lightning Bolt. This is like an insurance, so I can play Barragoyf next turn. Pretty important that opponent doesn't draw land here. Because then that means my Barragoyf is going to be safe next turn. It does seem like they actually drew a Lightning Bolt, by the way. There's a stop. You see that? I shouldn't attack in case it's like Ren and 6, right? Oh, that's really good. We have a land. So we need a grief here. Not bad. Because we haven't played a land. I think I'm gonna get rid of a Chrome Mox here. And then I'm gonna play Orcish Bowmaster. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Opponent goes to 1. I'm discounting the Orcish Bowmaster because of a fire magic right now. So if they play a land, then they get rid of a Orcish Bowmaster. I will say this deck is not the easiest I played, and it feels a little bit underpowered. Alright, opponent gave up. GG's. Grief. Boom. And boom. All right, we went 4 and 2 with the deck. Our rank didn't actually change. We started from 635 to a 659. Before playing, I actually had to surrender twice because I queued with the wrong deck twice. So if you saw me, right? If you saw me and I surrender immediately, that's what happened. So yeah, 4 and 2, not bad, but not great either. I will say this deck did feel a little bit hard to play. A lot of micro decisions. You don't have that like fail-proof like Dark Ritual into one ring kind of play. So my verdict with this deck is that the opposition agent is really bad. If you're gonna play this, probably just have it in the sideboard. I'm not even sure what kind of deck you want to bring this against at the moment. All it does right now, it just makes, fetch lands kind of bad. But Ashiok already did that. This doesn't really do anything, in my opinion. Like, it's cute when it works, but a lot of the times there's better things to do. So this was definitely not my favorite either. What I would personally do is if you're gonna be playing mono black like this, with the option to have, kind of a transformation sideboard versus combo decks so that you can strip mine your opponent, what I would do personally is go down on the agent. And in my opinion, I feel like triple Sheldred and 4 copies of One Ring will probably win you a lot more games than what I'm playing. This is a lot more fail-proof because as long as you land that One Ring from a Dark Ritual, you kind of just take over the game. Even though you kind of misplay a lot, things like that, you can still get away with it by playing these cards. The thing about the Voidwalker, if you're playing this, don't you need 4 Thoughtseizes and don't you need 4 Griefs? The thing that's really awkward about this card, even though it's a great card, by the way, it pigeonholes you into this. Right? And if you do this, you can't play Ancient Tomb. There's no way. Double black like this, it would be so greedy. Plus strip mines. Like, just think about it. You're gonna go down on like what? What are you gonna even go down on? Like fetch lands? If you go down on fetch lands, by the way, and add an Ancient Tomb, just imagine. So you have Ancient Tomb and Strip Mines. These all generate colorless source. And you're left with 3 swamps, 2 Overgrown Tomb, Underground Mortuary, plus some copies of fetch lands. How's your Deathrite Shaman going to function with only 3 fetch lands, right? So that's the thing about the Voidwalker. Even though its effect is kind of broken, but if you kind of pair it up with the current meta, where you want to play something like Ancient Tomb and Strip Mine in the same deck, just like the Golgari mid-range, you're going to have a bad time because it's just so hard to fit in. Double black, that's really hard. That's the whole reason why, didn't play Ancient Tomb to begin with and just kind of relied on the Dark Ritual. Unfortunately, I actually didn't see a lot of Dark Rituals today. Once in a blue moon, and we also didn't see Grief reanimate on turn 1 a lot of the times today. I mean, despite that, it did okay. But like I said, the deck requires a lot of micro decisions and very unforgiving when it comes to sequencing cards wrong, things like that. So Yeah, definitely don't recommend this one. You know, I think the Golgari mid-range is probably just better. I do, however, really like the Voidwalker today. Being able to, you know, exile strip mines, whatnot. Having something like this and, you know, making like Ren and 6 kind of bad, things like that was very good because we played against a Jund mid-range and Temur mid-range. That was really good. Sheoldred's Edict, fantastic today. It was really good because it answers cleanly to Emrakul, things like that. So if Sneak and Show becomes very popular, this is a card that you want to watch out for and then put more cards in the sideboard, things like that. And the reason why I have the green splash, obviously because black has very bad sideboard cards. And this was kind of a no-brainer for me because Deathbright Shaman already wants Overgrown Tomb. We also want some Surveil Land anyways because we are a Reanimate deck. It just kind of came naturally that being able to splash green was very easy. And it's a very light splash. And what that brings to the table for the sideboard is Abrupt Decay, answers Oko, Ren and 6, Graveyard Hates like Hearse, which came often, right? We saw that multiple times today, Abrupt Decay answering Hearse. Worry Zone Guard against the combo deck. We brought the Worry Zone Guard multiple times, which was really good. Worked out fantastic. And against Energy, Calling Ritual just gets rid of everything on the board, which is also very good because you can also Dark Ritual into it. So yeah, that is going to be it for today's video. I don't recommend this deck, but if you want to try it, you can. But like I said, I don't recommend it. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys all in the next one. Bye-bye.